Okay, so we're going to take up file item number 3, SB 138 by Senator McGuire. You may proceed when ready.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair, and good afternoon, members. Thank you very much for allowing me to be here. I want to start out by saying thank you so much to Chair O'Donnell for all of his hard work along with the staff on this bill. I'm happy to be able to take the committee amendments that will be processed. Mr. Chair, I believe in the Appropriations Committee, so thank you so much. California has more kids in poverty, members, than any other state in America, and with nearly 1 in 4 kids going hungry each day. In fact, there are more kids in poverty here in the Golden State now than prior to the recession. Well-nourished students can learn and grow and achieve their fullest potential. Yet each year, millions of low-income kids who are eligible to receive free or reduced meals here in the Golden State, they miss out on academic and health benefits of these school meals. California faces significant challenges in enrolling eligible low-income students in school meal programs, as all of you know. The students who are most in need of these school meals are often the ones who most likely fall through the paper application cracks of the process. For example, it may be harder for small school districts to identify low-income students with limited staffing, or for districts with more first-generation students to be able to achieve full enrollment through paper applications or direct certification from CalFresh and CalWorks alone. SB 138 will improve the current certification process, ensure that all school districts utilize Medi-Cal data to universally enroll low-income eligible students in free and reduced-price school meals. Last year, there was a 14-district Medi-Cal Direct Certification pilot program. Participating districts saw a significant increase of students enrolled in their free lunch programs and eating more school meals as a result, which brought in literally millions more in additional federal meal reimbursements. Very successful in Dr. Weber's district as well. Senate Bill 138 would take this successful pilot program statewide. The California Department of Education estimates that this program would benefit over 650 of California's hungriest students. Moreover, under this bill's formula, California will leverage approximately $15 million from the federal government every year just for school meals. Additionally, this legislation calls for high-poverty schools to provide optimal access to school meals and receive 100% reimbursement with reduced administrative burden by utilizing federal universal meal provisions to serve breakfast and lunch free of charge to all students when enough low-income students are identified. States like Kentucky and Tennessee and West Virginia surpassed California in participation in these federal funded opportunities. I have with me today, Mr. Chair, and thank you so much for your patience, Elise Homel Vitali from the California Food Policy Advocates, and Noon Abdel Aziz, a high school student from the great city of San Diego Unified School District, who has benefited from this successful pilot project. Mr. Chair, again, thank you so much for your work on this, along with your very capable staff, and would respectfully ask for an aye vote at the most appropriate time.
Hello, my name is Noon Abdulaziz from San Diego, representing the community of City Heights and the Youth Advisory Council. I currently attend Scripps Ranch High School, and I'll be a senior this fall. Each school year, I commute almost an hour to school to ensure my future is not affected by my environment, also known as the hood. With SB 138, life can become a little bit easier not only for me, but also my peers. This is because of a simple fact: a better meal equals better school performance, especially when 1.7 million California families are hungry and could rely on this bill to ensure their students have equal opportunities regardless of their neighborhood. Opportunities in the shape of education, environment, and health, specifically school meals. For me personally, coming from humble beginnings, waking up to a lavish, nutritious breakfast was not a norm. I ate what was available, and when simple necessities like healthy food are deprived from you at a young age, bad eating habits form. That was the case for me. Living with parents who knew little to no English, in the 5th grade, I had to complete the free meal application for me and my siblings, and the process was very difficult. With the fear of not being eligible or completing it in time, all this just for a free meal at school. For my family, filling out another form to ensure basic necessities such as a normal meal or health care felt like an impossible burden. This is my story, but there are many others. My peers have told me about their experiences with similar barriers, especially with the stigma often felt when getting free lunch. My Black and Latino peers and I feel judged by our more fortunate peers when we utilize school lunches. Universal free school lunch could help all students see food as a tool, not a privilege. So please pass and vote yes to SB 138 and hopefully universal free lunches to ensure a future full of opportunities for all. Thank you.
Thank you. Next witness.
Good afternoon, Chairman O'Donnell and members of the committee. My name is Elise Hummel-Vitale, and I'm with California Food Policy Advocates. We're proud to be here today as sponsors of SB 138. With just 2 actions in 2 years, more than 2,000 California schools can become hunger-free. As you well know, California's child poverty rate is the worst in the nation. We can and we must do better for our children. Poverty and hunger disproportionately impact students of color and contribute to the academic achievement gap. But schools can help level the playing field by ensuring that low-income students have access to a nutritious meal, to the nutrition that they need to learn and thrive. SB 138 helps schools achieve this with just 2 simple actions. First, it ensures that school districts have and use the Medi-Cal Direct Certification data to enroll students in school meals. This is a major opportunity for California. Medi-Cal data is the best source of income data that we have, and now that we have special permission to use it, we should be using it statewide. This process is seamless and paperless, and as you just heard from Noon, it's particularly impactful for immigrant families who may be intimidated or face other barriers to filling out the traditional paper meal application. And as Senator McGuire said, implementing Medi-Cal Direct Certification statewide is projected to enroll an additional 650,000 students in the school meal programs without the need for a paper application. So next, after schools improve their enrollment with Medi-Cal data, SB 138 calls on the highest poverty schools to use federal provisions to provide meals free of charge to all students with full funding. These are schools with concentrated poverty where students face many barriers to academic success, hunger being one of them. Creating hunger-free schools in our communities is a really important strategy for addressing these extreme disparities. Hunger-free schools help children, they help families, and they even help schools. We know it works. Low-income students get healthy meals without the stigma that Noon spoke of. Parents can count on their children being well-nourished at school, and schools can count on improved attendance, improved academic achievement, and even increased revenue. Kids who go hungry at school are more likely to get sick, they're more likely to miss out on school, have trouble concentrating, fall behind in their studies, or even exhibit behavioral problems. And sadly, I'm wrapping it up, and sadly, hungry kids are more likely to drop out before graduation, which leads to lower paying jobs and a lot of squandered potential. So for all those reasons, we ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Very well. Very good. Other witnesses in support.
Rebecca Gonzalez, National Association of Social Workers, California Chapter in support.
Hello, Susan Little with the Environmental Working Group. We haven't submitted a letter yet, but it'll be forthcoming in support. Thank you.
Caitlin Jung on behalf of the California School Nutrition Association. We support the bill moving forward.
Mike Harrell with the Western Center on Law and Poverty in support.
Seth Bramble here with the California Teachers Association in support.
Kathy Mossberg, California Association of Food Banks in support.
Thank you. Any opposition? Seeing no opposition, any comments from any of the committee members? Mr. Gloria.
If I may, just very quickly. If I may, I just would thank the Senator for a great piece of legislation and thank Mrs. Eves for coming all the way to Sacramento. You may know my family's from City Heights. I grew up, I lived in the community for a very long time, and it's great to see someone from that neighborhood here today speaking so eloquently. Thank you for advocating for this. I think it's a great bill, and I'm happy to move it.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Mr. Thurman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I also want to thank the author and Mrs. Eves. I would echo the support of my colleague. I thought that we had put away for years that students would have to be embarrassed about being on free lunch. I mean, I still talk about being given an orange lunch ticket that somehow made us stand out from everyone else and being, feelings of embarrassment. Only to later learn that almost everybody in my school also qualified for the program. But because of the way it was drawn, it made people embarrassed, and for those reasons, people were hungry. Thank you for your testimony and for what you're doing with your youth commission. Thank you to the author, and as you know, we're also authoring a similar bill that would help to take some of the data to help make the certification much easier through the Department of Education. So I want to thank you for your work, and looking forward to partnering with you. And if you'll have me, we'd be happy to be added as a co-author.
Would be grateful. Thank you so much, Mr. Thank you for your work as well, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
Thank you. The bill has been moved and seconded. You may close.
Would respectfully ask for an aye vote. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Great. Thank you. And also, very good job. Very well done. With that, please call the roll. The motion is due past 2 appropriations.
O'Donnell?
Aye.
O'Donnell, aye. Chavez? Aye. Chavez, aye. Gloria? Aye. Gloria, aye. Kylie? Aye. Kylie, aye. McCarty? Thurmond? Aye. Thurmond, aye. Weber? Aye. Weber, aye.
6.
The bill, it has 6 votes, so it is out. It passed. Good job.